Well, what we know is African Americans are on social media. We know that Twitter and Instagram their apps are actually created for Androids, for iPhones and Androids, and most African Americans have some type of Android, iPhone, and they may not have a computer, and so that these technologies are right. It's a right place to reach an audience. And so I've spent actually the last 3 years, speaking engagements dried up for me because the economy dried up and weren't bringing big speakers, and so I shifted gears to social media. And so I spend my day, I start out I was tweeting, but then it was clicking, so I decided to not do that here. But I do, sometimes I live tweet what I say. I have someone, like I'll go to a college. This is a classic example. I will speak at a college, and I will ask one of the students, I'll say, will somebody live tweet for me? Of course everybody wants to live tweet for me. And so while there are 2,000 people in the room or 1,000 people in the room, someone's live tweeting, there are 8,000 people that are on, 9,000 people follow me on Twitter. So the person retweets everything I've said, and so 9,000 people have reached that. Well, there's a Team Rae out there in Twitter, and so Team Rae retweets what the person who's live tweeting me has tweeted, and so now we've reached, hundreds of thousands of people in less than, seconds, and I speak for about an hour and a half, so they get a whole lot of good stuff. And people come back and they retweet, and so that we need to think about social media as a tool to educate, to challenge stigma, to reach out to people, and we don't. A lot of people think about social media as, oh, I can't believe you're on Twitter all day talking about when you use the bathroom. Well, when I tweet that I've just pooped on myself in Starbucks, that's very powerful, because now the person who has said, oh, we can treat HIV, they're thinking, well, we can treat HIV, but damn, I may poop on myself too, so it's a hard disease to live with. And so that we can utilize, and it's just getting better and better and better. And so we started off at Facebook, and now we're at Twitter, and now Instagram. I went from doing Twitter chats to doing Instagram chats, and I'm like, no one's saying anything to me. I'm saying to Twitter, you're not participating. They're saying, we're following you on IG, Instagram. And so that corporate America, Walgreens, I follow Walgreens on Twitter, and it's great when you talk back to us, because you make the person that's following you feel good about it, feel good about Walgreens, feel good about HIV/AIDS, feel good about the Commissioner of Chicago Department of Public Health. We tweet all day long, and so then that makes people feel good about the Chicago Department of Public Health, because, wow, he's tweeting Rae Lewis-Thornton, and everybody knows who Rae Lewis-Thornton is. And so that there's a lot of connections that we can use that we don't use when it comes to social media that I've been able to do. And so we should be tweeting. Somebody from Walgreens should have been live tweeting this today, basically, because how many, whoever, so that's what I'm saying. That would have been a perfect example. And what that would have done for Walgreens, it would have shown that Walgreens is just not on the corner in my neighborhood, but that Walgreens is concerned about African Americans' health care, And so that's a classic example on how social media could be utilized and used in a way to really tackle some of the issues that we talk about.
Okay. In closing, in 30 seconds or less, can you